use this. So my name's Claire Adams and I am the principal at Parkfield School, and I'm delighted to be joined this evening by three of my colleagues who work alongside me at the school. I'm going to ask Tony Wilcox to introduce herself.
Hello there, my name is Tony Wilcox and I'm Assistant Vice Principal here at Parkfield. I also lead the primary area of the school and also teach in year 5 and 6. So welcome.
Thank you, Tony. And I'm going to introduce Kim Taylor.
Hi there, my name is Miss Taylor and I'm the Vice Principal at Parkfield. I'm currently the safeguarding lead as well. I've got a passion for the outdoor learning and I'm a PE teacher, currently teaching in the secondary part of the school.
Thank you, Kim. And finally, Kimberly Tucker.
Good evening. I'm Kimberly Tucker. I am the Senko here at Parkfield and also teach in year 5 currently.
Great. Thank you very much. And I'm going to share my screen so that you can see a PowerPoint, and there is some video on there as well. So hopefully we'll be able to see that as well. And I am just going to make sure that I'm sharing the sound at the same time. So thank you so much for your time this evening. I'm glad we booked it for tonight and not last night. I think we'd have probably had an even smaller turnout last night with the football on. So that's great to have you here with us. And as I said, my name is Claire Adams and I'm the principal here at Parkfield School. We just wanted to talk a little bit about why you might choose Parkfield School as a secondary school option. You'll be starting to think about what does that October deadline look like with secondary schools in our local conurbation in Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole. And we wanted to just share some information about why Parkfield might be a viable choice. We're quite aware that not very many people know about us necessarily. And so giving you that chance to hear what we can offer, hear why we would be a good choice for your children, and give you the chance to ask any questions you might have of us. So there are 3 simple reasons that we see why you might choose us. And we're just going to go through some of those this evening. So who are we? Well, we are a small school. We're just under 500 in total. We're an all-through school, which makes us really unique, which means that we have children on site from reception all the way up to year 11. And that makes a really great environment to work in. It does mean that we're intentionally small, gives us a friendly opportunity to work with children. We are friendly in terms of our makeup because of the fact that we are 3-form entry into our secondary, which is quite unusual for secondary schools in the BCP area. We're part of the Reach South family, so some of you might be from Malmesbury Park and Hillview, who are our co-schools in the Reach South family. We share very similar visions and values to them, and work along the same pedagogical principles, so around teaching and learning and how we operate. So that would offer a really seamless move from year 6 into secondary here at Parkfield, because we operate similarly and we work very closely in partnership. We are part of that supportive local hub, and we do link very closely into BCP. So we not only are we a multi-academy trust, but we also see the benefits of working very closely with the local authority, which means we can link into their services and benefit from the opportunities that they can provide schools. As a secondary element to an all-through school, we are really committed to STEAM, which for those of you who don't know is science, technology, engineering, arts and maths, which means that we really have that breadth of subject. We are really focusing in on the creative subjects, art being not just creative art, but also performing arts, and we have recently added an option for performing arts in our GCSE suite of qualifications, which we're really delighted about and have some amazing facilities around that. We are a fairly new school. We started life in the centre of Bournemouth a few years ago now, and have been at our Parkfield site at Herne for the last 3 years. And so we are based on research, and we are forward thinking in our curriculum design, in our way in which we look at teaching and learning, and we are very much research led in the things that we do, which is the way in which education is very much going at this moment in time. And we are an open inclusive school, and I'm going to ask Kimberly to talk a little bit about that in a moment with regards to what that looks like for our students. So what do we believe? Okay, Kimberly, would you just like to come in there and talk a little bit about that?
Yeah.
So we try and make sure we put children first, and particularly as we are a smaller school, we get that opportunity to really get to know the children. There's not so many new staff that they need to know in some of the bigger secondaries around. We really think about kind of the individual, particularly recently with the pandemic and stuff. We noticed that lots of children are struggling with their social and emotional mental health. So we've introduced a Mindful Monday session within our community group and a Wellbeing Wednesday. So we're really thinking about what our children need at this time, rather than what we think they need by talking with them. We're obviously trying to put in that academic challenge as well as being that community feel and focusing on their social and emotional, but we want them to leave with absolutely the best possible outcomes that they can. Claire's already touched on about the fact that we use a lot of research to inform our practice. We certainly offer quite a broad curriculum. We pick up new things. We're doing computer science, we do our performing arts, the sports facilities are really quite great. So we often make sure they've got a broad range of opportunities, and then look at very much, I think Ms. Taylor's going to mention this later about our extracurricular, but definitely opportunities to kind of listen to what the children want in terms of their activities. Lots of them are talking about anime and things at the moment, so those are the sorts of clubs we want to put on.
Lovely, thank you.
Most of it.
Thank you. The research-based pedagogy is around the visible learning, which is a research-led teaching and learning practice that, as a Reach South Trust, we are working with our other schools in the area to develop. And that's something we're really excited about, being at the edge of new research in teaching and learning. And our opportunities to serve, we really do instill in our children that they should get involved in the local community. So we do a lot of charitable work around the areas in which our children come from. We don't have a natural catchment area, so we do take students from all around the BCP area. We've done some work with the airport, which is our closest neighbour, and have delighted in having carols sung in their entrance and arrival hall at Christmas time as part of our charitable work to collect money for different local charities. So we really are a community focused school as well as an academic school in terms of the challenge in which we want to put in place for our children. So what have we achieved? Well, if you look on our website, our results are there. And so we have, over the past 3 years now, although it's been quite turbulent at Key Stage 4, having had the teacher assessed grades this year, the centre assessed grades last year, and 2019 actual GCSEs, which is the last time we had any formally sat exams, where our progress 8 was a nearly 0.2 positive, so that's a fifth of a grade above where expectations would be, which obviously is a really good thing. And as a parent, you'll be wanting to know that academically we are successful with our learners, and our results do really stack up at Key Stage 4 on that. Also, more importantly, is around destinations post 16 and making sure that children leave us and go on to suitable employment, education or training, so that they can continue their studies either through A-levels or apprenticeships, to make sure that they go on and can achieve what they need to in line with what their aspirations are for themselves. So that's a lot of me talking and telling you about what we do, but I wonder if you might just like to hear from our head students who have recorded a message for you today.
Hi, I'm Tegan, I'm head student at Parkfield School.
And I'm Matilda. To our future Year 7s, welcome to Parkfield School. We have so many happy memories of all our time here, especially in Year 7. There are many amazing opportunities to suit each and every one of you, from sports to music to performing arts and academic enrichment. We totally understand that moving into secondary school and moving up to Year 7 can be daunting. There are new people, different classrooms, along with a timetable and a big school site. All of the staff are ready to support you, along with loads of the older students who really want to make your transition as smooth and as happy as it can possibly be. Everyone's here to help.
We're incredibly proud of our school. We've always taken advantage of all the opportunities we've been given. You'll make lots of new friends and make very special memories. School is fun, so enjoy every moment and make the most of every opportunity. We want you to have a really fantastic time, so if you have any suggestions on how we can help make settling in a little easier, please let us know. We look forward to seeing you in September.
So a chance to hear from our head students there in year 10 are ready to take up their roles more formally in year 11 come September, and they are looking forward to being part of our information evening in September, and would look forward to meeting any of you there who would like to come and have a look around the school. And at the heart of our core values are respect, work hard and be kind. These are the things that we work on with our students all day, every day, so that they can really get to grips with that. And it's about respecting yourself as well as others, so that from a well-being perspective, children really do hold themselves in high regard. If we don't look after ourselves, it's very hard to look after our friends. So that is one of the areas that we have, and that's a big one for us. Working hard, and that's where academic success comes from, and by participating in learning fully, then you get the most out of it. We always say that whatever effort you put in, that's what you get from it, output. So it's really important that the students come and work hard and get the very best and the most from Parkfield School. And being kind, I think that's one of the most important things that we have as our core value, is to look out for each other, celebrate each other's successes. As we are a small school, it does mean that there aren't the number of children to find as friends. There are only about 75 children in each of the year groups. So it's really important that actually we get along together, and that's accepting differences and being tolerant of others, and most importantly, being kind and celebrating and encouraging everyone. So they are what sits at the heart of all we do. So the Parkfield Tree that we have is around the relationships between parents, students and staff, so that we have that three-way process. It's about encouraging children to be confident and resilient to school life. It is difficult, it has been hard coming out of a pandemic, and making sure that children feel that they can get up and come to school, knowing that sometimes it will be a little bit more challenging than other days, but having that ability to just keep coming, knowing that we will support them here at Parkfield, and every member of staff is rooting for them, and there are lots of people around to answer questions or to provide support if needed. We are a caring and compassionate school that is really committed to that parental and school link to ensure the very best for our young people. They are your children, but they are our students, and we see that as being a great partnership. Our school is very much focused in literacy and a love of reading and oracy. Our secondary curriculum leads very much on from our primary curriculum that is very literacy led, and we do offer Drop Everything and Read on a daily basis for our secondary children, because we see that if they read more, they will have a better vocabulary. And if they have a better vocabulary, they have a chance of ensuring their academic success, because they will be able to access and engage with exam style questions and have that ability to write fluently in their responses. And also we see that reading is a skill for life, and one I hope that you all enjoy. And as we come towards the summer holidays, I know that my colleagues and I are all going to be picking up our books that we haven't had time to do over the recent past. So we really are rooted in that as part of our curriculum design. And so you will hear your children, if they join us in September 2022, talking about their Drop Everything and Read, or DEAR as we call it. So we aim to nurture all students to help build their resilience and resourcefulness, to know where to find information and opportunities, and to know which sorts of questions to ask. We think that that's really important as lifelong learners, which fits into our curriculum intent, that we aren't just making students academically successful for their GCSEs, we are making them academically successful beyond their GCSEs and for life. And by being resourceful, they will always be able to find out the answer to a question that they may have. We aim to inspire a love of learning, and that's of reading as well, in our students, and a sense of responsibility for their own success, that actually it is effort that you have to put in for your learning, but the reward is brilliant and a great opportunity to succeed at whatever level you are working at, and whatever next step you want to take, because we will have children who want to go into all different types of fields of work. And so it's about ensuring that the opportunities are there for them to succeed. And we will enable all students to leave their education with us with the necessary skills, feeling that their education has prepared them successfully for the workplace. And that fits very much in with our careers agenda, and making sure that we are having a curriculum fit for the locality so that children are able to be employed locally within the finance industries, the marine engineering industries, our aviation industry, and many others that we have fortunate locally on our doorstep. So that's what we aim to achieve. And it's really important, as I said, about working in partnership, and we ask that students sign up to partnership agreements to make sure that they are well prepared and that they are attending school well, they are looking smart and proud of wearing their Parkfield school uniform, but they keep up to date with their studies, and that's home learning as well as in-class studies. And most importantly, if they've got any problems, that they come and speak to us about it so that we can help them get through whatever it is that's concerning them. It's always easier to speak about things as soon as they can, so that we can help resolve any of those issues that are occurring, particularly as you start a new school. And as our head student said, you know, it can be a bit daunting, but there's lots of people who want to help, and we can tackle and promote diversity within our community by all speaking up when actually we see something that might not be very kind. And with parents, we really relish working with you, as I've said, and it is about ensuring that your child is attending school well, because that really helps us to support them academically as well. And that communication with us from yourself is there to ensure that we know if there are concerns that you have, and we can solve and resolve those really quickly. Your attendance at consultation evenings, parents' evenings, is really, really welcome. It gives us a chance to have a two-way dialogue about how things are going and what can be done better. There's always opportunity to change and do better, and that's what we strive as a school to listen to feedback, whether it be from students, whether it be from parents, whether it be from our governors, just to make sure that we are doing the very best we can for everybody that we have. And what can you expect from Parkfield School? Well, we will be ambitious for your children. We will make sure that we help them to achieve their goals by giving them opportunities for inside school learning, outside school learning, and also having guest speakers come and address the groups of children so that they feel inspired and able to go on and do what they want to do. To provide a curriculum that is interesting and inspiring and that will give them opportunities and open doors that they maybe never thought about before, and just give them that positive environment where actually, aside from the learning, they feel safe, they feel welcome, and they feel part of the community of Parkfield School, which is what we as staff certainly feel, and that we want the children to feel as well. So that's what you can expect from us. So I'm just going to pass over to Kim Taylor, who's going to talk a little bit about the extracurricular activities. Well, I'm hoping I will. I think I'll keep going as I can't see Miss Taylor at the moment. Okay, so the extracurricular activities that we have on offer are many and varied, and they change yearly depending on who is on the staff team and we have, and what interests they have and what clubs they want to run. But on the whole, we run sports clubs, as you would expect, and we do competitive sports with other schools locally. Some that you'll recognise, some that you maybe don't. As I said, we've got a performing arts department, and we do plays. We're about to put on Matilda the end of this term, which is Matilda in an hour. So we're excited to have that up and running for both our primary and secondary students. And subject-specific ones around creative writing, a maths club, science, history, and art and textiles, which really lends itself to the performing arts, because we can do whole projects there around getting productions up and running, with set design to costume design to multimedia, and also obviously the production itself. And music lessons, we partner with Rock Academy, which you might have heard of, and they provide our peripatetic music lessons on a weekly basis. And alongside that, we also have leadership opportunities for students, which is through the Sports Leader accreditation, which is through the Youth Sports Trust. And we have ambassadors for sports, dance, reading, science, peer mentors, and student voices, you can see there. And they really lend themselves to working not only in the secondary, but also in the primary section and all the way down to a nursery. We have a Montessori nursery on site, and working with and reading to them and reading with them is a really rewarding opportunity for our secondary learners. So lots of things to get involved with, and an important thing to do when you start secondary school is immerse yourself in every opportunity. Our facilities, just so you're aware, we've got a video on our transition page on our website. Please do have a look at that. But which is a day in the life of the year 7. So two of our year 7s have done that video. But our school is located, as I say, down by Herne Airport, and we have an amazing purpose-built sports hall. We've got IT suites. We're going to have another one built in the summer, so we'll have 2. Here's our dance and performing arts space with a specialist sprung floor for performance, which is an amazing thing to have. To meet with our STEAM, our engineering and technology, here's one of our tech rooms, which has got all of the equipment around the edge that you would want to use, and lends itself to the BTEC in technology and design technology at GCSE. We've also got 2 science labs, which are used by our secondary department, and a purpose-built art studio for those artists and photographers amongst you. This is our play area with our what we call our mugger, which is our multi-use games area on the left in the fencing. So at break time and lunchtime, we've got plenty of space to go out, and we're just investing in a canopy over the summer holidays so that we can have some covered area for eating lunches and generally just being able to socialise with your friends during your free time. One of the questions you might have is how to get to Parkfield School. You might be thinking, well, that's all very nice, Claire, but how am I going to get my children here? Well, fortunately, we've got 2 bus services running at the moment, and from 2022, we will be looking to put on stops specifically for Hillview and Malmesbury Park schools, and also in the Southbourne area having a particular bus that will run to enable us to just reach further into our catchment areas and enable ease of access to the school for those that want to make us their secondary school of choice. And all of that information is on our website, and you can see the routes and you can see the times to give you an idea of what time you would need to be up in the morning to catch the bus to come over to Parkfield School, and vice versa in return. You'll see we have a slightly different time on a Friday because we do finish at 2:15 on a Friday, but it does mean we start a little bit earlier. So just to note that. So I'm going to pass over to Tony so that she can just tell you a little bit about what we might be able to expect when you can come to site and see us in action on the 23rd of September.
Thank you, Claire. Yes, one of our favourite days here at Parkfield is our lovely open evening. So our open evening this year is going to be on Thursday, the 23rd of September. And as Claire said, we are a community focused school. And so this opportunity allows all of our students all the way through the school, from primary all the way to secondary, to kind of share the facilities, showcase the facilities. You get the opportunity to meet some of our pupils. You get the opportunity to meet some of our pupil leadership team, so our head students, our prefects, and they will be willing and very eager to talk about lots of the learning that takes place here at Parkfield. There will also be the opportunity to meet with our lovely Miss Tucker, our Senko, and obviously to ask any questions that you may have with her, and ask lots of questions of the adults around the building. They will be very, very welcoming, very friendly, and it will give you an opportunity just to see what fantastic facilities we have here at Parkfield. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. That's really useful. And the last one on there about see our new school uniform. We're looking to do a little bit of a review of our school uniform, not drastically, but to look at just moving to a skirt uniform and a trouser uniform, so that we are sort of moving the school forward in its look and its feeling, and so you'll be able to be the first to see what that might look like. So that will be of interest, I hope. So an opportunity for any questions, if you might have any. I've just been looking at the chat, but nothing posted in there at the moment. So I'll just unshare the screen in a second when I've just given you a chance maybe to have a look at the Facebook link. So if you don't follow us on Facebook and you'd like to know more about us, then please do like our at Parkfield School, and you'll see the sorts of things that we've been up to and continue to be up to. We've got a busy 3 weeks ahead of Activities Week, as I mentioned, Matilda, and many other things going on. The date for your diary is September the 23rd from 4 p.m. So please do make a note of that, so that you can come and visit us ahead of the October 31st deadline for putting your applications in for secondary schools. And we will be able to answer any questions that you might have closer to that time if you need to. So I am just going to stop the sharing, and then I will just ask if anybody has any questions that they'd like to ask, or hopefully we've been fairly thorough. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording.